Welcome to this explainer. Okay, look, let's be honest for a second. The internet, it's absolutely littered with digital course graveyards. I'm talking about these beautifully designed, meticulously planned 50-hour masterclasses that, well, absolutely no one bought. It's a harsh reality, but pouring months of your life into a product without knowing if there's actual demand for it, that's literally the fastest way to burn out. But hey, it really doesn't have to be that way. Today, we're exploring a highly structured blueprint from our source material that's going to help you get that course out of your head and into a profitable reality.
Okay, let's dive into this. Why do so many courses just sit there and collect digital dust? Well, the research shows that the single biggest mistake creators make is spending a massive amount of time and money building this huge product before they even prove anyone actually wants to buy it. You kind of assume, right? Like, if I build it, they will come. But marketing doesn't really work like that. You absolutely need proof of concept first.
To solve this, we'll be following a four-part framework today. Number 1, validate before you build. Number 2, the minimum viable course. Number 3, write copy that converts. And finally, number 4, free organic marketing strategies. Think of this as a chronological step-by-step blueprint, taking you from an unvalidated idea to a thriving organic marketing ecosystem, all without relying on crazy complex funnels or paid ads.
All right, section 1, validate before you build. Let's get right into the very first phase because we really need to prove people will buy before we even think about building the product.
To do this, we're going to follow a really highly effective 4-step validation method recommended by the folks over at FreshLearn. This process is absolutely crucial to ensure you don't waste your precious time. The 4 steps are creating your course outline, drafting a sales page, testing it with your inner circle, and finally, pre-selling.
So, starting with steps 1 and 2, the key here is that you're building a framework, not a final product. Do not go scripting out 50 lessons. Instead, lean heavily on AI tools. You can use platforms like FreshLearn or really just your standard AI chatbot to rapidly generate a high-level course outline, just the modules and chapters. Once you've got that, use AI to generate a basic sales page. Seriously, you can get a decent draft done in like 10 minutes. And the absolute most important feature on that page, a waitlist button. You just need something tangible to test with.
Now for steps 3 and 4. Take that draft page and share it with your inner circle, your industry contacts, your peers. Get them on a video call. Have them scroll through the page and literally watch their facial expressions. I mean it. If they look confused, your messaging is probably off. Ask them for brutally honest advice. Then, once it's refined, push it live to your broader audience. Offer a 30% discount to pre-sell the course before it even exists. Set a baseline goal, say 1,000 waitlist signups or a specific revenue target. If you don't hit it, you don't build the course. You just saved yourself months of wasted effort.
Moving right along to section 2, the minimum viable course. Because once you're validated, you definitely don't need a massive 50-hour curriculum to launch.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this incredible insight from online marketing expert Amy Porterfield. She reveals that she has had the exact same foundational digital course since 2019. Obviously, it looks a bit different today, but she started small and just refined it over the years. Every moment you spend doubting yourself is a moment you could be sharing your brilliant knowledge with students who need it right now.
Let's really contrast these two approaches. On one hand, we've got the complex, hard way of doing things, 50 hours of obsessive planning, trying to make the modules absolutely perfect. This just leads to a massive risk of burnout, and honestly, half the time the course never even launches. On the other side, we have the smart, scalable approach, the minimum viable course mindset. You start immediately, you do a small initial launch, you take actual student feedback, and you improve it over time. As the value scales, your price scales right along with it.
And, as you build and launch this course, you're going to enter what Amy Porterfield calls the quiet climb. This is kind of the unsexy stage between 100K and 500K in revenue. Growth here isn't about finding some shiny new marketing hack. It's really about doing the daily, boring reps, sending the email when your list is small, posting the content when you just don't feel like it. Protecting your energy from the whiplash of inconsistent months is so vital here. You just have to show up and put in the reps.
Section 3, write copy that converts. Let's introduce the sales and copy phase. Expert copywriter Alex Catoni always highlights a great point here. The offer itself, the actual transformation you provide, is far more important than just having beautiful words. But speaking of words, Catoni warns about something called the uncanny effect. It's this psychological response where something artificial appears almost human but feels slightly off, and it causes this creepy or unsettling feeling in the reader.
Relying entirely on AI-generated copy for your sales page does exactly this. It strips away all human connection. It removes your personality. And frankly, it silently kills your sales, because people buy from people they relate to, flaws and all.
So, how should we be using it? Well, AI is your brainstorm buddy. Actually, scratch that. It's only your brainstorm buddy, not your writer. It is absolutely incredible for structuring, organizing messy thoughts, and maybe finding new angles. But your unique rhythm, your quirks, your specific way of phrasing things, that is what actually builds trust. Don't let a robot steal your voice.
And please keep your actual sales process simple. People love to flex their complex, NASA-level marketing funnels, right? With tripwires and branching journeys and endless upsells. But Cottoni notes that a super simple 3-step funnel consistently outperforms all that noise. Step 1, a lead magnet that attracts the right people. Step 2, emails infused with your real personality that build trust. And step 3, a clear sales page that converts. That's the whole shebang. That simple funnel builds into an actual sales page, hitting 5 essential elements. Let's fire through them. 1, campaign context, understanding your customer's awareness level. 2, customer transformation, the specific A to B journey. 3, solution mechanism, your unique framework. 4, your unique selling proposition, why they should pick you over others. And 5, offer positioning, which covers price, value, and risk reversal. Understanding this formula gives you the freedom to be wildly creative without ever confusing the reader. Finally, Section 4, Free Organic Marketing Strategies. Let's move to this final phase. I know there's a huge fear of marketing to crickets, so let's look at educator Sarah Cordner's methods that drove over 150,000 organic enrollments.
So the crucial point is this fascinating statistic she highlights. 72% of online marketers say that blogging alone is their most effective traffic generation tool. It proves that organic, search engine optimized marketing actually beats paid ads, hands down. It's a long-term game for sure, but it creates a permanent footprint on the internet.
Cordner calls this the spider's web strategy. It goes like this. You start with just one 2-minute video. That goes to YouTube. Then you transcribe it via a service like Rev.com into a blog post. Next, you pull the best quotes for social media tip cards on Buffer, extract the audio for a podcast, and finally, republish the text as a LinkedIn article. Boom. Suddenly, one tiny video spins into an entire ecosystem of capture points.
And this brilliantly illustrates how you can tap into massive, ready-built audiences without spending a dime. You don't have to build your audience from scratch. Submit that blog post as a guest article to major publications in your niche. Volunteer to speak at online summits for free. Pitch yourself to podcasters and offer them affiliate commissions. You're building an instant trust bridge by borrowing their credibility.
Now, if you're listening to this and feeling completely overwhelmed by all that tedious repurposing, take a deep breath. You do not have to do the busy work. Your only job is step 1, record the 2-minute video tip. Step 2 is handing that raw file to a virtual assistant. And step 3 is just letting them build your entire marketing web. You stay in your zone of genius and let the systems work for you.
Ultimately, all of this comes down to one absolute truth. Action beats perfection. Yes, taking breaks and resting is a vital part of the work, but to get anywhere, you have to put your reps in. You have to stop hiding behind complex planning. Your future students need your brilliant knowledge right now. Please stop depriving them of it just because your sales page isn't quote-unquote perfect yet.
So I want to leave you with this to think about. Stop overthinking the 50-hour masterclass. Look at your expertise right now. What minimum viable idea are you going to validate today?